Who were the children of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert? Queen Victoria and Prince Albert were to have 9 children, 5 girls and 4 boys, and there was 17 years between the eldest and the youngest. The eldest, Princess Victoria, who is known as Vicky, was born in 1840, and you can see her just over there. Vicky was Albert's favourite child. She was intelligent and confident, and by the age of 3 she was fluent in French, German and English. Next came Albert, who was the Prince of Wales. He was known as Bertie. He was born the following year in 1841. Bertie had a much less fun childhood. He was put under so much pressure because he was the heir to the throne. He regularly got into trouble and he was less confident and good at schoolwork, which really stressed out his parents. And at the age of 11, Bertie was taken away from his siblings because he was considered a bad influence, and he was given his own sort of tough regime to train him up to be a king. Next we have Princess Alice. She was born in 1843. Alice was a kind and even-tempered girl, and she apparently got on with all of her siblings. She was gentle, charming and intelligent, and the Queen called her my good, amiable Alice. Next we had Prince Alfred, the Duke of Edinburgh, seen over there. He was born in 1844. Alfie, as he was known, was the most mischievous of all the children, and he was always getting into trouble for playing pranks and teasing his siblings. And from the age of 11, he began training for a career in the Navy. Next we have Princess Helena, who is just there behind me. She was born in 1846. She was apparently a tomboy and the toughest of the girls. She wasn't interested in cooking, but would much rather help her brother Alfred with his toy soldiers. She also loved gardening, and she did a lot of gardening at Osborne, which was their family home on the Isle of Wight, and she loved to groom the horses. Next we have Princess Louise, who was born in 1848, and she was very pretty and affectionate. But apparently she could also be very strong-willed and naughty. She was a talented painter, and when she was older, she had a sculpture studio at Osborne House on the Isle of Wight. Then in 1850, Prince Arthur was born. Apparently he was the best behaved of all the children and was Queen Victoria's favourite child, at least the favourite boy. Arthur apparently loved to read, and he also enjoyed playing with his toy soldiers. From an early age, he was destined to go into the army. And then we have Prince Leopold, born in 1853. He was apparently adventurous and completely fearless, but unfortunately he was often unwell, and this worried the Queen greatly. And whenever he fell over, he apparently had to stay in bed for a few days to recover. And this got so bad that in 1860 he had to actually travel around in a little carriage when outdoors. And then finally in 1857, Princess Beatrice was born, and she was always known as Baby because she was the baby of the family. She was apparently treated less strictly than her siblings, but her mother always kept her with her until she died. And so there you go, the 9 children of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Here's an official photograph taken of the whole family. There's Princess Beatrice, the youngest. There we have Victoria, and there we have Albert and all of the other children surrounding them. Again, here are all the children just posing on their own. 17 years difference there is quite a lot between Beatrice and Vicky.